All right, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Akeem here to give you my top 20 tight ends projections for the 2016 fantasy football season. Gonna start things off with at number 20 for the new addition to Green Bay Packers, Jared Cook. I think he's a little bit of a better fit than Richard Rodgers, and Rodgers actually was ninth overall in points last season. But I think with the more athleticism of Cook, I think he would be a better do a better job this season than Rodgers. At number 19, I'm gonna go with Clive Warford out of Oakland Raiders. Now I think with his skills, I think he could definitely be a good option for Derek Carr to throw to. He did have over 300 yards receiving last season. I expect a little bit more out of him this upcoming year. I think he's a solid player, and I think with him as a third option between him, Amari Cooper, and Michael Crabtree. At number 18, I'm going to go with Jordan Cameron out of the Miami Dolphins. I think he's a still good player out of USC, a well-seasoned vet, more experience, and I do expect Ryan Tannehill to throw more touchdown passes. Hopefully, he could go more to his direction in red zone situations. At number 17, I'm going to go with Dwayne Allen out of Indianapolis Colts. With Colby Fleener out, I think that Dwayne Allen will have his time to shine as the number one tight end for this team. Julius Thomas out of the Jacksonville Jaguars at number 16. I expect a better year out of him. I was expecting him actually like a 700-yard season last year, but he's not been living up to expectations, and he needs to step it up this season. At number 15 for the New England Patriots is Martellus Bennett, who they acquired from the Chicago Bears. I like this pickup because remember the time when Aaron Hernandez and Rob Gronkowski was together? That was a good tight end tandem, and he will be the number 2 tight end, and especially in double tight situations. The ball will definitely be thrown in Martellus Bennett's direction. Tom Brady utilizes all the players around him. That's what makes him a great quarterback. At number 14, I'm going to have to go with Eric Ebron of the Detroit Lions. With Calvin Johnson out, somebody has to step it up more and get more receiving yards for Matthew Stafford to throw to. I have to go with Eric Ebron. They did pick up Marvin Jones out of Cincinnati, which is great, but I'm looking at Eric Ebron to step it up this season. Next up at number 13, I'm going to have to go with Jason Witten. Well vet from the Dallas Cowboys, still dependable in most situations. He actually finished off 11th overall in points. That's why I still have him within my top 15. At number 12, I'm going to have to go with Zach Miller. Decent tight end coming out of the Chicago Bears. I actually expect a bigger season from him. He actually had somewhat of a sleeper year last season. He did have a couple of good games receiving, and I think he could do the same this year. At number 11 from the Seattle Seahawks, Jimmy Graham. Now, he was between him and Rob Gronkowski in previous seasons, and who will emerge as the top tight end. And it looks like Rob Gronkowski definitely pulled that apart. And it's not really Jimmy Graham's fault. I think that Russell Wilson and the offense for the Seahawks need to use him a lot more. Now, I think he had a good season last year, despite missing 5 million games of the year. Next up at number 10, still cracking in the top 10, is Antonio Gates from the San Diego Chargers. This guy is still the man, and he is a for sure Hall of Famer. At number 9, Zach Ertz from the Philadelphia Eagles. He should be that number 1 tight end for the team for Sam Bradford or even Carson Wentz to throw to. At number 8, I'm going to have to go with Colby Fleener from the New Orleans Saints. They acquired him. He should be the replacement of Ben Watson, who was actually finished 8th last season in points. Ben Watson did. He is now with the Baltimore Ravens, so Colby Fleener will definitely fill in that slot. The younger guy, and I think he could pull up just as many yards as Watson did last season. At number 7, I'm going to go with Gary Barnidge out of Cleveland. He was actually one of the sleepers of the year, and he was the sleeper of the year for the tight ends. He had a great season, over 1,000 yards and 9 touchdown receptions. Next up at number 6 is Tyler Eifert. He's a good red zone threat for the Cincinnati Bengals. Number 5, Travis Kelce, another red zone threat, and he signed a multi-year contract. Congrats to him. Delaney Walker is my number 4 tight end entering this season. Still very dependable. He should be that leading target again for Marcus Mariota to throw to. 1,088 yards receiving and 6 touchdown receptions. Hopefully he can give you a little bit more this season. At number 3 is my man Greg Olsen for the Carolina Panthers. This guy's been a solid player throughout his career. Kind of had a little bit of a rocky start for the Chicago Bears, but then sprung up, especially when he came to Carolina. He's been doing a great job, and he's been a dependable tight end week after week. Next up at number 2 is my man Jordan Reed, the athletic tight end for the Washington Redskins. Kirk Cousins needs to use him more, and I think he's the key to the receiving core overall and opening things up, because teams are starting to double team on him and pay more attention to him and less close attention to Deshaun Jackson, who is a deep ball threat. But I think that the best receiver of the team and the more athletic receiver overall, speed, power, route running ability, I have to go with Jordan Reed. Next up, and finally at number 1, is Rob Gronkowski. He's the number 1 guy on everybody's list. Some honorable mentions to talk about. I only have 2. Charles Clay of the Buffalo Bills. Hopefully he's could be due for a better season this year. And Kyle Rudolph, he could be iffy for the Minnesota Vikings. Now my tight end sleeper of the season entering this year, I have to go with the rookie Austin Hooper for the Atlanta Falcons. Hopefully he could be that replacement to replace the great Tony Gonzalez, but they still need a good, reliable tight end. They had Jacob Tammy for a second, but I believe that Austin Hooper should be the guy to shine, and Matt Ryan can throw to a little bit more this upcoming season as a rookie. Now, the next I'm going to catch you guys from being just a couple minutes. I have 2 more blogs for today. Thank you for watching this blog. I'm your man, Hakeem McCall. Be easy.